Hello everyone and welcome to another video. Now this is Hogwarts Legacy. I've been looking forward to this game for a while, and not only am I enjoying it, but thanks to the inclusion of DLSS, I'm having no issues with performance so far. That said, if I had a lower end rig, I might be a little put off by the minimum system requirements, especially as the suggested i5 or Ryzen 5 and GTX 960 or RX 470 are supposedly suited for just 720p low at 30 FPS. Not to mention that DX12 is listed here as well. For this video though, I thought we'd ignore all that and see if and how an older DX11 card can run the game. I'm talking of course about the GTX 750 Ti specifically, which doesn't fully support DX12 but does have access to modern game ready driver support. The capabilities of this budget card are really going to be tested as we move through 2023, which is why I'll be benchmarking it with every new release to see how it holds up. After all, it's a legendary GPU, and these days it can be bought for less than the cost of games themselves. So can it run Hogwarts Legacy? As you can see, we've made it to the main menu, so let's load up Barry P. Not quite infringing on any copyright there, but You're a Wizard Barry still has a nice ring to it. In the settings menu now, and the most obvious choice was to go with the lowest all round. We've also got some upscaling options to choose from, including FSR 1 and 2, so for the 750 Ti I went with FSR 1 as it's less demanding, but the image quality will suffer a bit. I chose the balanced FSR mode, so the game is going to be rendered at 1133 by 638 internally and then upscaled. The game is actually going to run quite well, but as you can see the visuals do suffer a bit, with the textures being the most noticeable sacrifice. Running around Hogwarts is fine, but if you want to see text and solve puzzles, the only way to make things, well, visible is to switch the texture settings to Ultra, but we'll talk about that in a moment. There might be an update that fixes this at some point, but for now we're stuck with this absolute nightmare fuel. Someone help me, I think I cast the wrong spell. I've summoned Harry Potter's evil twin, Parry Hotter. Oh, this is terrifying. Back to the options menu it was then, and this time I switched the textures to Ultra, which is all you can do to fix this. Medium and high don't make a difference, it has to be Ultra. I also dropped the FSR preset to performance, which meant an internal render res of 960 by 540. Interestingly, the game still hit 30 FPS, but there were some more noticeable dips and drops, of which I think has to be expected. This wasn't just the case for in and around Hogwarts, of course, and performance is subject to change, perhaps dramatically, depending on where you are in the world. At least people's faces won't give you nightmares anymore though. You could switch between low and ultra if you wanted to, in terms of the textures, as you please, because there's no game restart required. So if you're running around in the open world, you could be doing that at low, and then when you have to actually read something on a wall, you could change the textures to ultra. As I said though, there might be some improvements that come along later down the line because it's very early days. It's nice to see that the legendary 750 Ti can run Hogwarts Legacy though, one of the most anticipated games to come out this year. If you enjoyed this one, leave a like, leave a dislike if you didn't, subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already, and hopefully I'll have more Hogwarts Legacy tests coming very soon.